Like, let's talk to the ladies real quick. You holding out for one man. I'm talking that perfect man, right? Right height, right build, right hair, right talk, right job, right car, right house. He got it going on, right? And you ain't found him yet. And you've tried a couple different suitors out, and they just ain't the ones. And you have been trying for so long, you just discouraged, right? You might be 6 years in this mess, and you ain't found Mr. Right yet. And you want to post. You stuck. You feel like you chained, like it's never, I'm going to end up lonely. I'm going to end up that crazy cat lady. You know what I'm talking about? Like, that's the fear that's going on inside. You ain't living the life that you dream in your heart. You know there's more that you can give yourself to someone fully. You know you want to experience life walking next to someone, but you got you in there. Oh, we getting into it now. You got you in there. You got your expectations, your desires, your must-haves, your list. And you ain't ever consulted God about what his list is, what his desire, what his perfect will is. Remember, you've been created for good works that he had planned. And all of a sudden, you usurping his plans with your plans, and you wonder why it ain't working out. Why Mr. Right ain't saying yes. Why you ain't got someone on bended knee with a ring yet. I'm trying to show you something. God has got you. He knows where you at. Emotionally, in heart, he knows what he's got planned. He knows who he has created just for you and you for them. But to get you two together, he got to get you out of you. How can I explain this? Let me take a different tack now. Let me try a different angle. Personally, like, this is God's honest truth of a story that happened in me and my wife's life, right? When we first got married, we didn't just go jump into a mortgage. We rented for a long time. 6 years, as a matter of fact. That's how long we've rented a house. You say, well, that's just a waste of money. Listen to me, my man. We had expectations of what we were going to live in. And they were some pretty high standards. We had everything, like how many bedrooms? It had to be brick. Full basement, like, we had all of these stipulations, right? Open concept, stocked kitchen, beautiful island, stainless steel appliances would be nice, and we had all of these things lined out. And for 6 years, we hunted. For 6 years, we looked. For 6 years, ain't nothing happened. And finally, one day, God's like, why you keep telling me what you want? Why don't you ask me what I want for you? See what I'm talking about? He came to unhitch us from that post. And that's what I'm trying to say. This is every facet of life you could throw into this. I'm giving you a house example, right? You could use this for relationship, for job, for emotions, everything. But watch this, back to this story. For 6 years, we wanted what we wanted. And that's what we told God we wanted, nothing less. God, full expectation, God, you're going to deliver this, God, and we come bold with it, right? And for 6 years, I'm a slow learner, forgive me, we got nothing from it until the day God showed up and unhitched us from that post, because we were just taking a beating for how many days? And he says, why don't you let me? Instead of you telling me, I'm going to tell you, right? And he broke us of it, took us off that post, and we said, God, don't bring us our house, bring us your house, right? Bring us your house. Now watch this. I'm telling you, this is how it happens. That's when you choose to let God unhook you, because you have been created for something, for a purpose. This is something silly, but it's important. We said, God, bring your house, not ours. 3 months later, 3 months, a house came to us. We didn't go looking. We didn't hire a real estate agent. We didn't get no classifieds. We weren't online trying to do the thing. We just waited and said, God, bring your house. Because we believe he spoke, right? 3 months later, a house comes to us out the blue. Old man comes, wants us to buy it from him. I'm like, so we take first looks at it. It ain't nothing like I ever wanted to put my wife in. Nothing. It wasn't brick. It had no basement. It was not even a house. It was a prefab. It was a trailer, right? I said, no, I'm good, man. I'm good. I appreciate the offer. I'm good. And then he came back a second time, knocked 10 grand off it. We look a little bit harder at that. You know what I'm saying? I'm still good, man. It's got nothing I want. That is not my desire. I'm still on that post, right? I know what I want. Me and God having a little bit of fight. So watch what God does. He sends the old man back to us a third time, knocks another 10 G's off this thing. And I said, God, it's yours. All right, I'll take it. And we bought the house from this guy. Little did I know what God was doing, right? Little did I know, because we had these high expectations. We would not lower our standards for anything until God says, let me bring you what you really need, not what you really want. And he brings me a trailer to put my wife in. Ain't even no shame in this game, because watch what happens because of this. Because I relented and let God do what God does, unhook me from the chain and follow him. That place was absolutely perfect for us because A, we could afford it. B, it allowed my wife to quit her job to give her heart's desire of being a full-time mom. In this day and age, if we'd have gone our route, what we wanted, 200 plus, easy. This way, baby, we below 100 for it. I'm just being real with you. And that, old dad can swing himself. I didn't need mama to be working, right? So she got her heart's desire because God had good plans prepared for us to walk into. And that's how I'm trying to tell you this relates. Like, we had no idea that we were going to have our first baby in that house. We had no idea that we were going to have our second baby. We had no idea what was in store for us, but we relented and trusted God. He got us out of us. We were our own worst enemies. We were in our way. We were on that post. And the harder we tried, the more we just wrapped ourselves tight. And we were so stuck until he come and just cut the cord completely and says, let me bring me to you instead of you trying to bring you to me. See what I'm talking about? And this is what I want to encourage you with. This is why we can trust God. And I've never forgot this lesson, not one time. This has been, let me think so I'm not lying to you. I guess it's been about 12 years ago this took place, right? And to this day, as soon as I start dictating to God in my prayers about what I want, I said, God, don't bring me my house. I don't care what I'm talking about. I don't care what I'm talking about. He knows what I'm talking about. Don't bring me my house. Bring me your house. Because your house is exactly what we need. It plays into everything. Because you know what lies ahead. I don't even know what tomorrow holds. And that's why I'm trying to encourage you with this. Because God has got good planned for you. It may not look like you ever dreamed of. He may not be the 6 foot plus with the locks you can run your fingers through. He may be bald, people. He may be sub 6 foot, but he may be the best man you will ever meet. He may be the one God has put to rise you up like the queen you are. See what I'm talking about? You need to get you out the way. You playing into your own demise here, and God wants good for you. He's got it laid out, and all you got to do is walk into it by coming off that post.